And welcome to Obviously Sports. I'm your host, Ryan.
RC.
That's my nickname that Nathan has given me. And we are with the one and only Nate the Great.
How did you change my name? I
Yeah,
didn't authorize what?
yeah,
I did not authorize this.
yeah. Because, since you are so well versed on so many things, isn't that your fantasy name?
Hmm.
Yeah, so it works. All right, let's talk about last night's game, the Spurs and Knicks game one. You had a lot to say about Wemby and what he did or did not do. Um, so just go ahead. What do you have to say about
I
his
told you.
productivity or the lack thereof?
I told you Wemby varies and he's not consistent. I said Jalen Brunson was the best player in the series, and well, you might not say he outperformed Wemby yesterday. What I will say is that Wemby did do what I said he does, which is have off nights. At least
But,
offensively.
but a
Defense,
lot of players didn't have a good night last night, and even Brunson. I mean, he picked it up
who did have a good
in the
night?
second half and in the fourth quarter.
You know who did have a good night?
Who?
Big
Not Mitchell Robinson.
Big Purr.
I like Cat. And that's part of the reason why I'm rooting for the Knicks is because I really feel like Minnesota made a mistake letting him go. I don't feel like Julius Randle is nowhere close to the talent and consistency as Towns, and I think they thought they was getting something with um, what's it? How you say it? DiVincenzo, but
And you
I
know
think
what's crazy?
what's that?
After all that, Cat makes it to the finals.
Here we go.
Don't get that reference. Do you get that reference,
Yes,
Carlin? And after all that,
here we go. Don't
no,
do
but
my
he's
boy like
he's engaged to Jordan Woods, so I can't say too.
that. Exactly. He is who he is, and I don't like folks trying to bully him because of his sassy at times.
Hey, you know what I will say though? They was right to bully him that one time with his weak twist when he tried to fight Joel Embiid. I don't know what he was feeling like then. That was a mistake.
Anyway, let's get back on focus. All right, so Wemby, talk about his stat line.
He shot 14. He made 14 free throws. 14.
So what does that mean?
Without free throws, he scored 12, or no, he scored 12 free throws. Without that, he scores 14 points.
But free throws are part of the game. That means he's getting
Okay,
fouled
yeah,
and
but
contested on
this is
shots.
also
So
this is also for the masses, and the masses loved to dog. They were all 90% of NBA fans were rooting for the San Antonio Spurs on social media, and they were all calling OKC the biggest free throw merchants on the planet. All they can do is score on free throws. Now Wemby's doing that, and I don't hear people saying a word. And I just find it interesting that you talk all that talk, and when the dog comes and bites back, and now your player is shooting a lot of free throws, they don't have anything to say.
oh, you're talking about the Spurs fans.
Yes, Shea shoots all these free throws. Chess doing all this, blah blah blah. All these people are flopping, 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 and then Wemby gets 14 free throws, makes
Free
12.
throws are part of the game, so I don't care
That's
about any fans on either side fussing about it, and you trying to disqualify Wemby's points because he 14 of more free throws. So what? He hit
also,
them.
you was gonna act like you was thinking that Wemby was out here being Jesus Shuttlesworth and was gonna come out here like the Monstars and dominate.
You used that
I'm
one last time.
I'm Wemby. That's why I'm bringing it back.
Okay, well, I remember. Here's the thing. Here's what I know. Wemby is an old school player. He's a throwback. So he ain't out here shaking hands, trying to be friends and take pictures with jerseys with his opponents. And he is now motivated. He's motivated from the beginning, but he has bounced back in playoff games when taking a hard loss. And even though I have predicted the Knicks in this series, Wemby and the Spurs are going to blow them out in game two. That's my prediction because that's the type of player Wemby is. And I feel like he's going to come back with a vengeance to send a statement to New York. New York had to take game one. If New York didn't take game one, it probably would have been a 5-game series for the Spurs. But with them taking, yes, because if New York didn't take game one, The Spurs are taking game 1 and 2 and are getting one in New York. You know that was going to happen. But by New York taking game 1, the momentum is right in their court. San Antonio is going to split, and now you go to New York, and they have the home court advantage. So we'll see.
Did you see Donald Trump's going to be at Game 3?
I did see that was announced. And
who cares?
That's what I'm about to say. I don't have feelings about it whatsoever. He can go to games. He cannot go to games. They don't add value or take it away from me. So,
you think Timothy Chalamet is going to be there?
Who?
Where have you been? Timothy Chalamet?
What are you talking about?
The Oscar award-winning actor dating Kylie Jenner, Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, that guy. I don't even know. I don't really know him.
He won White Boy of the Year.
What are you talking about?
You don't know about that?
No, is that a thing?
Yes.
Is that like a social media thing?
Jack Harlow won White Boy of the Year, and now it's Timothy Chalamet. White Boy of the Year winner.
I don't have Nathan. That's your. What's your generation?
You need to get versed. I know yours. How you ain't know mine?
That's
Chalamet won the inaugural White Boy of the Year award.
That's a Gen Y thing.
I want to know. You just making things up. I want to know.
Since you always like to relegate people to their generation.
Brock Purdy won it. Shane Gillis.
All right.
McConaughey.
We are obviously sports, not pop
Well,
culture.
Brock Purdy won it. Do you have a White Boy of the Year in sports? For me, it's probably Luka this year. They loved them some Luka this year.
In sports, in general, like
okay, in sports in general. Ooh. Was it Sam Darnold?
That's a good one.
Darnold.
That's a good one.
Comeback kid from the Jets, seeing ghosts to winning a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, Sam Darnold is a good one.
Or did he win MVP? Or was that
he wasn't supposed to be where he was at, so he definitely defied the odds.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I want to. Are you done? Okay. I want to talk about your favorite WNBA topic of conversation.
What?
Miss Caitlin Clark. Your eyes are rolling. So tell me, okay, when Caitlin was at Iowa, did you have strong feelings for or against her?
Yes, bro, I didn't like her even at Iowa. And whenever Grandma and Grandpa would come over and Grandma was, let's go Caitlin Clark, I was sitting there in the corner like, ugh.
Well, it's because the media,
I was rooting for LSU. I was rooting for
the
UConn.
media. First of all, let's not take away that Caitlin.
She was insane. She broke the all-time points record, but I just was thinking in my head, I was like,
and because of the media coverage, she became kind of like a household darling, if you will. For people who don't really follow sports, like Grandma and Grandpa, they don't follow women's basketball or basketball in general. So she became like a media darling for them. But for those of us who follow sports, it's like, okay.
Like, it was the same thing with Colorado. Like, goodness, we get it. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, and Coach Sanders, Coach Dion, we understand.
You don't like PR hype.
Because I don't like PR hype when it's all that you see. Like, when involving women's college basketball, every single post involved Caitlin Clark. It was like, goodness, can somebody else get coverage? Because there's more than just Caitlin Clark in college basketball. That's what was upsetting me. And then also they did their best to paint Angel Reese as the villain to Caitlin Clark, make them enemies, when in reality they weren't. Angel was just a hard competitor and didn't like.
No, Angel wasn't no innocent bystander.
I know she wasn't innocent, but I'm saying
she talked smack on social media. She talked smack on the court, and so did Caitlin. Neither one of them are innocent, and they're frenemies, if anything, because Angel still was talking smack about her when she got drafted to the sky. I'm just saying, you trying to act like Angel was an angel, but she wasn't.
I'm trying to say that the people on social media treat Angel Reese, they trash her and call her name and say she can't shoot. All she does is get her own rebounds. They treat her like she's dirt on the ground, and then they forget that Caitlin Clark last year was shooting 28% from three, averaging 6 turnovers a game. Where is that same trash? They don't like to do it because they treat Caitlin Clark like their savior.
How much do you think of that is racially motivated?
This is obviously sports. We ain't getting into.
I'm just saying it's a thing because a lot of the stuff that people say about Angel, even though I'm not a fan of hers, has nothing to do with her play on the court. Is more about who she is as a person and her race.
Yes,
That's real.
it's a problem, and I don't like it, and I find it ridiculous. And people have, whether they realize it or not, a lot of people are racist with that.
Okay.
But
But you don't like Caitlyn because you feel like she's overhyped and her stats don't match
glorified
what?
Glorified Peyton Pritchard.
What does that mean? Glorified Peyton Pritchard.
Hey, those who know, if you know, you know.
Okay.
Olivia Miles almost just tied that WNBA 3-point record. She just made 8 threes in this most recent game against the Valkyries. The record is 9, set by Ryan Howard. This is happening right now.
Who are you talking about?
I'm sorry. You're going to have to get with this program. Olivia Miles is the truth. And this the second time I don't mention her this week.
First of all, sir, we were talking about Caitlin Clark, and you just changed the channel midstream. We didn't even finish.
Because that game just finished, and that's the news now.
You all are getting a taste of my conversation with Nathan. Sometimes I just sit and listen.
Because also
I let him go.
This thing.
And then we come back eventually. Right?
Olivia Miles is that girl, and I'm very excited to see how her game translates with Nafisa Collier on the floor.
Yeah.
When Nafisa comes back, which should be soon. I think she's coming back next week, maybe. I think that's her projected return date.
Okay.
Next week.
So we're switching to the links now.
Because that's who I care about.
Okay. Well, you care about Caitlyn too, because you have such strong feelings against her popularity. You do. You were naming other people on her team that you say is as good or better.
Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, they're better.
Say it again.
Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell.
What you said they're better?
Yes. I would, if I was like, if the WNBA did a hard reset and we were drafting people, I would take Aaliyah Boston before Caitlin Clark, and I would take Kelsey Mitchell before Caitlin Clark.
Okay. But here's the last thing I'm gonna say about.
From a marketing standpoint, you would take Caitlin Clark, but I'm talking.
No, I'm not gonna say from a marketing standpoint I would take Caitlin, because if I'm a franchise owner, I want to win basketball games. I'm gonna take the better player. But I'm gonna say people who don't like Caitlyn don't like her because of the attention she receives. It's the same thing with Angel Reese. You attack her race and her as a woman, not her as a basketball player. You could say she
attack her as a basketball player.
Okay, well then that's fair. And I say the same thing with Caitlyn. But if you just don't like her because of her popularity, there's always going to be a superstar in every sport.
And I just don't think Caitlin Clark is that superstar, and that's my problem, because Asia Wilson is out here doing things that have never been done before. Caitlin Clark shoots 28% from 3, and she gets all the coverage. And I'm like, why? I don't understand it. And it, once again, feels like a race thing. Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell do similar to what she does, if not better on more efficiency, but they're black and they don't get half the coverage she does. Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier, and let's be honest, are the stars. And you know what else is interesting? A few years ago when the WNBA Finals was the Liberty and Lynx, Jonquel Jones was their MVP. But all the coverage on every game, every highlight was involving Ionescu or Stewie.
Yep.
It wasn't involving Jonquel Jones.
And we went to some of those games, and we both know if it wasn't for Jonquel Jones.
Jonquel Jones and Nafisa Collier were the 2 best players in that series.
Yep.
And they got less coverage than Ionescu and Stewie.
I mean,
it's so
don't even get me to relive those games, because the shooting percentage for Stewie was horrible.
Ionescu
but the referees bailed them out. Let's just call it for what it is. And Jonquel Jones. I don't want to take anything away from her.
Yes, you're right. Called out, and she didn't get no coverage. And I'm saying, I don't know what's going on with the WNBA, but something is going on there. How does Asia Wilson have 3 MVPs 3 rings, and you never hear about her.
I think, and this is why there was also animosity from some players and former players towards Caitlyn as well, is for what you just said. There are women that have been balling and have better stats and definitely more, championships, playoff runs. I mean, she's recently into the league, but it's like you've already been anointed something before you earned your stripes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't understand it. Like, I could literally right now, I could name you 25 WNBA players that are having a better season than Caitlin Clark right now, and you wouldn't know half the people I'm naming because they get 0 coverage.
I see your point.
Because for somebody like Brittany Sykes, you don't even know what you have 0 clue what I just said.
Brittany Sykes, who she play for?
She plays for the Tempo, the new team.
I definitely know it.
She used
First of all, I barely know where the Tempo is located. In Toronto?
Yes.
Boom.
So she used to play on Washington.
Okay.
And so she went to the Tempo in the offseason, signed there, and she's having an amazing year. And it's like she was good last year, but this year it's like she's going from all-star to all WNBA. And it's really impressive. She's averaging like 20 points a game, like 5 assists or 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Great stats, but you would never know. And she's doing it on great efficiency, but you would never know these things because they don't advertise it.
Is this her best season this year?
Yes. And okay.
Then that's the beauty of expansion, because it gives a player like her a chance to have regular minutes, to be a more impactful person on the team.
Yep. Same with, I hate to say it, but it's the same thing with Bridget Carlton. She is the Fire's #1 option. She is the girl.
We already knew when I don't know what the Lynx I don't know what the Lynx were thinking when they allowed her to be drafted on the expansion draft. The Lynx, I don't know. I feel like they let their depth go. I know they're still competitive, but
they're not competitive. They are the best team in the W.
Are they?
Yes.
I haven't watched in a minute.
They are 7-2. The Aces are 6-3. The Valkyries are 6.
My French.
You just beat the Valkyries, and this is without Nafisa Collier.
Okay, well,
Olivia Miles and Courtney Williams are. Olivia Miles is averaging 16, 5, and 6 with 1.5.
Excuse me, Cheryl Reeves. I guess she know what she's doing.
And Courtney Williams, you love you some Courtney Williams, how she fluctuates, is averaging 18, 5, and 4 with a steal and a half.
Courtney, I don't mind Courtney. She's inconsistent, but at the end of the day, she's not scared to take tough shots.
She's inconsistent when we know her. I don't think she's been inconsistent this year so far. Yeah, she's been consistent. She's had one off game all season.
Okay. All right. Well, I totally understand the strong feelings towards Caitlin Clark, but I also recognize that the girl is just playing basketball, and she doesn't control how the WNBA market her.
Yep.
And it's her personal right to leverage her brand, name, image, and likeness like anybody else. So I think if you say the external hype don't match her play on the court, that's fair. But let's say this though, she is a trendsetter, she is a trailblazer, and she has helped to bring more eyeballs on the WNBA. Yeah. And can't no one deny that.
Yeah, she's the greatest women's college basketball player of all time.
Based off of
her personal stats. She doesn't have the most accomplishments.
I'm about to say, I mean, I think
don't say some old name. Let's just stop right there.
What
now,
are you talking about?
What I'm about to say is that
I think Cheryl Miller will have a thing or two to say about that, sir.
Oh my goodness. Now, as I was saying,
or Swoops. Or Lisa Leslie, some old names. You wouldn't have what?
I said, what did I tell you not to do? Is bring up these old.
You wouldn't have the current if it wasn't for the trailblazers of
what I was saying
Here we go.
My issue is not with Caitlin Clark. I think Caitlin Clark is overrated, overhyped, and I do not like her fans at all. The people that like Caitlin Clark, I do not like you. If you publicly are a Caitlin Clark lover and let's go Iowa, let's go Fever, I am a get out of my face. I don't like you. Caitlin Clark just plays basketball. There are people that aren't good at basketball. There are people that are good at basketball. I don't dislike somebody who sucks. I don't dislike someone who's good. I don't dislike her brand. When she's on a commercial, I don't care. I care when I see her on my feed and I'm like, yo, ESPN, get her out my face. I care about ESPN doing that. I care. Yes, that's what I just said. I care about ESPN doing this crap. I care about the fans that are coming and harassing people in comment sections and trying to make this, because let's say like with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, let's say
remember he said he don't care about Caitlin Clark, but look at all this emotion. Keep going.
This is not about Caitlin Clark, as I've said. This is about the fans and social media. But yeah, you see, this is you're very interesting. But yeah, I also like the fans that are always in comment sections trying to compare Caitlin Clark to other players such as Angel Reese. Like, I understand that they have the rivalry in college, but goodness, can we move on at some point? It can't last forever. They don't really interact in the W. They never really have after their rookie year. They've had 2 seasons now since then, and they really just don't interact. And so I just want people to be able to move on. And it seems like Caitlin Clark fans, every time there's an Angel Reese post, there are people in the comment sections bringing up Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is her own person. When there's a Caitlin Clark, but when there's an Angel Reese post, they're always bringing up Caitlin Clark, and I don't understand it.
Okay, well, we're not going to continue to perpetuate the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark hate. All right, you asked me earlier what was my shirt, and I wouldn't let you see it, so I'm gonna let you see it now. Okay. What do you think it said first off?
I don't remember.
You didn't see any of it?
That's all I had read. I'm the heel in the family. You know, I thought it said I'm the head of the table.
You thought it said what?
I'm the head of the table.
Oh, that would have been nice too.
But okay. What? Yes.
What do you have to say?
Are you accepting your role?
I'm accepting what you all look at me as. Here this guy go.
You need an Undertaker bell so that I can. But no, you don't got that. You ain't that fresh.
Wait, I might have that in the archives. I gotta go on.
Okay. I just
okay. First of all, for people who don't watch wrestling, what is a heel?
The bad guy, the villain.
The bad is the villain. It's the bad guy.
And RC does not want to accept that if we had him before this whole thing started, if I would have asked him 10 years ago to name 100 Disney characters and 100 wrestlers, this man would have been 70% heel on both of them. And
that's not true.
I said, who do you like in movies? He would have mainly said heels. If I said, who do you like in wrestling? We did this before. He named his top 10, 7 or 8. He had like 11 people that he named. 8 of them were heels, mainly. And or the version of them that he likes is the heel version. And so I'm like, it's okay to like the heels. It's okay. Just like how you're Luigi, just like how you're player 2, you like to, it's okay to like the heels. It's okay to gravitate to the villain side, but you don't want to accept that that's what you do. And that's what drives me nuts. It's like you're a villain, just accept it.
No, I think you misinterpret. For example, okay, we always talk about this because you say that I like Scar from The Lion King. I like the character of Scar, how well it was played. I'm not picking Scar over Simba and Mufasa. Scar killed his dang brother. Come on now.
You were to say who's your favorite?
Scar tried to off Simba a baby lion. I'm not rooting for Scar, but Scar's acting. Oh, I should practice my courtesy.
If I was to ask Ryan Fair, who was your favorite character in The Lion King, he would say Scar. That is a villain. That's what I'm getting at. Your favorites are the villains. I'm not saying that you're rooting for the let's go villains. I want the world to burn, but you like the villains.
Well, I do have a Scar.
You like the Wicked Witch of the West. How about a little fire?
I like her acting. I'm a Judy Garland person. I like the Wicked Witch of the West. You know, her acting, her cleverness. How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
I just said I'm gonna say this.
What?
I have never heard you quote Judy Garland not one time.
Auntie M, Uncle Henry. You never heard me say that before?
No.
No, I always say we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Who am I quoting?
No, you don't say Toto. You say you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy.
Whatever.
You'll just say, Dorothy, you're not in Kansas anymore. Who said that? Nobody. You made that up yourself.
That's my
Nobody says, Dorothy, you're not in Kansas anymore.
Anyways, in wrestling, I like both good guys and bad guys. It all depends on the character.
Through this, man.
Say what?
We've already been through this. You did a top 11, and 8 of them were mainly heels. The version.
Okay, let me give you my top 5 wrestlers that I like. All right. Owen Hart,
heel.
He was a good guy too, but I do like the bad guy version. Owen Hart, Dusty Rhodes, Daddy, the American Dream, if you will. Good guy.
I'm waiting for these last 3 so we can go heel, and get out of here.
Owen Hart, Dusty Rhodes, Mr. Perfect,
heel.
Kurt Angle.
Both. Which version do you like more? You like the You Suck version when he was hated.
I like the
Thank you, next.
And then I would probably pick, oh man, it's between British Bulldog, good guy, but I like him when he turned heel too. Bulldog, Beautiful Bobby, or Barry Windham.
And what are they? So you named 7 people. We have heel, babyface, heel, babyface, heel. That's 5 heels, 2 babyfaces. Accept your role. Like, oh my gosh, it's not that hard.
Here's why I'm the heel of the family is because I'm not Mr. Popular. So I'm not, because everybody loves Mom because Mom,
I thought we were the sports channel.
We are, but you the one.
I was talking about your favorite wrestlers.
Well, but what does my favorite wrestlers have to do with me being the heel in the family?
Because you always gravitate towards the heel. When we play video games, we'll be doing a tag team move, and then what do you? DTA. The second after. What is that? That's a villain thing to do. Every single match we play, you be saying, "Where's my ring escape?" What is that? That's a villain thing to do. You are the heel.
One day we should record us playing. So we still play old 2K14 WWE because that's the version I like, and we could import. We have a lot of the old 80s wrestlers, and you can still import music back then. So it's nostalgia for me. And so if I have a wrestler that can't escape the ring, look at it this way, Nathan. It's because you're so good. I have to run.
You have to cheat. I'm so good, you have to cheat. That is literally what the entirety of villains is based on. I can't beat Hulk Hogan, so Yoko needs Mr. Fuji to cheat for him. That is the entirety.
Baby.
That is the entirety of what villains is based off of. The good guy is too good, so the villain needs to try to cheat to beat him. And guess what? He fails. That's the reason I got every belt.
Oh boy, this guy. And now you see why he's called Nate the Great. Should be called, yeah.
You see that? I did peace signs for victory, and then I combined them for that W. You ain't used to that, but it's all right.
Let me ask you this: have you been following the Brock Lesnar and Obi Fima?
Yeah, loosely.
Here's the reason I asked that. So, at WrestleMania, they made it seem like Brock was going to retire.
Yes,
They
they
did a
did.
good job with that. Okay, so then him and Oba, um, they just had a match at Clash in Italy, I believe.
They got a clash and everything. Clash in
They
Paris.
got a
Clash.
clash everywhere. A clash, clash in Saudi. I mean, it's a clash everywhere.
Clash in the UK. Clash in Scotland. Clash in Europe.
Nevertheless, here's what I think is going to happen. I haven't been watching that closely, but I know um, Oba is in the King of the Ring. Why do you keep doing your lips like this?
Because it's swaggy. You don't understand.
I don't understand.
This is swag.
Okay.
Can you do that?
No, I don't want
You don't got enough swag.
Right.
You need at least 1,000 swag points to unlock that.
Anyways,
That cost me 1,000
Nathan,
swag points.
can you listen, please? Like I listened to all of your words. I think that so he's in the King of the Ring tournament. They can't let him lose because he hasn't lost to anybody but Brock right now. So here's what I think they're going to do: put him in the King of the Ring finals. Brock screws him out of winning, and then that sets up him versus Brock at WrestleMania, and then I mean not WrestleMania, SummerSlam, which is in Minneapolis, which is Brock's stomping ground, which you and I have tickets to that you gave me for Christmas. Thank you. What a wonderful son. This is going to be the biggest wrestling event that we've ever been to. So that's going to be
period.
Yeah.
Stadium is going to be packed.
So I'm hoping that Brock versus Oba will be in the night one because that's when we're going. And I think then he'll retire because then that'll break the tie. He screwed him at King of the Ring. That's my prediction. And then he's going to get his comeuppance and retire at SummerSlam.
That would be a great retirement for Brock.
I think so too. I think so too.
He doesn't need to go no longer. I do not want to see him do a Goldberg and just randomly return, and that would be horrible. I would hate that. It would be a nice
thing. Clash in Indonesia.
Clash in Croatia. Ooh, I like that. What do they call that?
That could be a thing though.
When you got what is that called? An endecasílabo. Endecasílabo. Español. That's literatura español. España. What is it called when you got like two of the same word? Like
a synonym.
Dog. Yeah, that was a synonym. Clash in Croatia.
You're speaking in Spanish. Your first language of learning. All right. Well, that is today's episode. And so, who you got in game 2? I said the Spurs. Who do you have? Just out of
the Knicks.
Okay. So, you think the Knicks going to sweep them?
No.
All right.
I think it's going Knicks, Spurs, Knicks, Spurs, Knicks.
All right, we'll see.
I think it's going to be 3-1 Knicks after the 2 games at Madison Square Garden, and I think the Spurs are going to win the next 2 to make people be like, they're going to come back from 3-1. Oh my gosh, and then they're going to fail.
All right. Well, we're not going to rehash the first segment all over again. So
Olivia Miles broke the rookie 3-point record in a single game. She's the truth. Do you hear me? The truth. We're going back to the finals.